let's waste no time. Let's just get straight into the game. I'm ready for the memes. Guys, take it away.
Ooh,
border. I'll take that. Yeah, so we are dealing with the main Pro League 7 maps out there, the competitive maps for anyone curious about that. Armory lockers, pretty standard. I'm really rooting for enemy's team here, for Skok, because he is the French nationality caster, and as casters, we get a lot of ridicule online about not being able to play the game. So I really want some caster representation up in here to come away with a couple dubs.
I think that's probably my favorite aspect about, like, especially when we play.
Yeah.
We actually have two Smurfs that are casters or bots, and casters can't play. that's our two alts names because of just how much ridicule we get on our mains instead of rank. So we definitely feel for Skok on this one.
It's not esports if you're not flaming casters.
Exactly. It's always how it goes. I like the Montaigne pick off the rip, too. And we get to see Nomad, too. There are no banned operators, so we get to see Nomad and Cade.
This is going to be our first time casting these two.
Yeah, we have never casted with these two before because they are under a, like, competitive quarantine right now. Oh, I'm excited now.
Yeah.
I'm real excited now.
Nomad on border?
Nomad on border?
Oh, man.
Nomad on Oregon.
Dude, if they watch all of those Macy J clips,
oh
man, they're literally just going to be able to do whatever they want. Like, he's done so much with Nomad on this map.
I love Nomad. I love being able to run around with it, like you've seen, obviously.
You're addicted.
I love Nomad. Oh, it's going to be so fun now. The Nomad with the shield, too. How many claymores do they have? They have 1, 2. They could have 3.
They have enough.
They could have 3 claymores.
They have enough.
You can put a Nomad in front of a claymore at every single rotate to retake site.
There's actually, for those that are wondering what Nomad does, she actually has these little, they're basically a goop that she launches from the underbarrel of her weapon, and it sticks to surfaces, and then it's called an air jab. So it actually pushes you away from the central location of where it's placed, and it will actually knock you on the ground or through soft walls. Soft walls compared to reinforced walls, like what you just saw Skok put up with that mirror window. That's a whole nother line of things. We'll finish what we're talking about with air jabs. Basically, they can knock you through those soft walls and into certain things. And there's actually some setups on Oregon border, excuse me, where you can actually knock them through 2 separate walls, down a flight of stairs, and they'll fall into a claymore and die. There's just a million different things, and that's the beauty of Rainbow 6 is how creative you can get.
I definitely want to see someone get at least launched into a claymore or launched through a couple walls. I have a awkward propensity to call it getting yeeted while we're playing. I definitely want to be able to use that as a tagline while casting this. Reem right now as the solo push, so he's a shield, alone in break room. He's got the Nomad as company now, but a shield solo entering, that's also something you never really see in like a competitive game. I'm entertained. They're actually like clearing out below and stuff and actually trying to displace some of the anchors above. Like there's some rudimentary like basics being brought out from competitive, but I'm ready to see someone just take control and go ham with an Ash rushing through and Jabba can grab the first pick.
That lean back was extremely clean. Ooh. Oh, and where was enemy even at? That was inside of Mini.
I think he sent it through the mirror.
Wait, no. Mirror's dead. Oh, it's Bandit. Okay, yeah. He's playing Bandit. Enemy's playing Bandit. I got lost there for a second. But yeah, he sent it through the open mirror. Very clean by him. He took out the thermite, which was going to be able to get the wall open, but now we are going to have our Ash main aim coming. He's going to pick up 2, which is going to be very nice from him. Ash is basically the pub stomp op that everyone likes to call her. She has a very, very good gun. Not too much utility. There's a lot of other ops that have a lot better utility than her, but she's going to pick the fight with the wrong anchor. That's going to be Doc with that ACOG. You're going to be able to clean up the Ash on metal stairs, but Plant's down now.
Yeah, they got Plant down, they have control, and especially with Reem directly on top of the diffuser, this is going to be a mess. There goes Gus, and there we go. Yanku cleans it all up inside of Archives. A pretty clean take overall. Didn't really get to see a lot of the Nomad action, unfortunately, like where the air jabs were placed. Ooh, wow. What a nasty turn. Okay. I'm about it.
A lot more competitive.
Yeah, this is like, I was expecting a lot more chaos and entropy and a lot more, I guess, confusion on our end as to what's happening. That looked very standard. It looked very normal. I'm actually impressed.
Yeah, for the people that regularly watch Pro League, that literally looks like a standard take, and
the
bane of my existence is currently on offense, so that's fun. That's awesome. That's good. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Lion is an operator that in a standard competitive tone is actually permanently banned currently due to the fact of how good of an operator he is. He basically, in layman's terms, he makes you play freeze tag. So when he activates his EE1D, it gives you a 3-second timer. That goes down to 0, and then a pulse comes out from this drone in the sky. And if you move during that time that the drone is pulsing the map, it actually marks you through the wall permanently for the duration of the drone pulsing the map. So if you move at all, it literally outlines your character, and you can just get shot through walls, which is absolutely terrifying. So.
Yeah, the destruction in this game is really the focal point for a lot of utility and a lot of playmaking ability, and Lion kind of removes a lot of that ability to maneuver the map with safety, and he's going to isolate a lot of people. They're not running the shield anymore, though, so looks like they've swapped that up, and they've swapped sides, so we're not doing... Okay, so they're swapping sides every round. That's also something interesting that isn't standard to the competitive pool.
I like this because we're kind of figuring out as we go along as well. Because they're like, oh yeah, here's the rule set. Like, okay, we really don't know what we're doing. Here's the first one coming out for you guys. So yeah, a little bit used early utility there, but it is going to allow Ash to get aggressive. Not going to find the kill though, and actually keep my Am's going to end up winning that gunfight out. But Skok's immediately going to refrag it.
Out of B, Skok. Get him. Got him down. The fragmite. The French fragmite. He's going for 2. Oh. I don't think he landed a single bullet.
Hey. Yes, he did. All right.
I didn't land a singular shot.
Man, I wish I had that Glacier camo back so bad. That was one of the coolest camos in this game.
Honestly, I miss those. I had them on console.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Yeah,
but, man,
they don't transfer over to PC.
It's so sad. Why do we have to start on console? I'm not trying to
PCs are expensive.
Man, yeah,
back then we didn't know. We didn't know.
We weren't aware of what we were going to get ourselves into.
Yeah.
Actually, another thing that I wanted to point out here, we actually have the duo Denial on defense. And that's going to be Echo and Maestro. We're actually going to be switching over to Echo right now, which is Jabba. And you have Maestro, which is that little character at the top of your screen right next to him with a very cool helmet, the Spartan helmet. Those two are both Denial ops. Echo having a little yokai drone that sends out a sonic wave to stop people from planting or just disorient them in general. They have Maestro that has bulletproof cameras that also shoot laser beams.
It's always fun hearing the explanations of some of the technology that's come out in Siege, because it just has no grounding in reality. Enemy with the V308 is going to remove Avina from play. It's a man advantage, but you still have the double denial, like you said, with the Echo and the Maestro. That's the thing with no operator bans, is you can't get rid of the slew of plant denial that is on the defensive side. Typically, both of these guys in some games are banned out. Ooh, and there goes the ADS, keeping him at half wall, but enemy rushes through, no cares in the world. Goose as well. It's all down to Reem on the Bandit in a 1v4 with a minute remaining.
Bandit actually going to be over in CC. He's going to find one. It's going to be Gloose. It's going to be, Twitch off the board. Yes, it will be Twitch off the board, as he is going to rotate the top of Metal Store. He's going to choose to rotate down because he does have that Nitro cell in play. And they do have the hot marks, but that's not going to find. Actually, no, Skok. Oh, Caster, buddy, I'm sorry. You know the Caster curse. You know it. I apologize. Is he going to be able to find the planter, though? No. Thatcher, I do believe, is going to be able to find that kill. And that's going to be no clutch for the Bandit.
And just for anyone who's watching Rainbow Six Siege for the first time here, Twitch is an operator in the game, as well as the platform we are streaming on.
Yes.
So that might be a little confusing.
Rainbow Six is sponsored.
Of course.
I'm absolutely kidding, by the way, for all of you guys at home.
We don't
No, Twitch is an operator that has a little drone that has a taser on it, and you can shock people and get rid of utility as well on the defense. So I do apologize for that, but yes, Twitch is an operator of the game, and she actually has one of the best guns on offense. If you guys enjoy FPSs and you guys are looking to pick up Rainbow Six, I would definitely say that to be one of your main operators. Her utility is super easy to use, super entry level, and her gun is absolutely insane.
We're getting the Nomad again, so we've gone from a Nomad round to a Lion round, and now back to a Nomad round. I'm just checking up on the
Shield is back as well.
Yes, so we're back with the Nomad. Same operator lineup on Jabba's team there. Actually, yeah, we're gonna keep swapping back and forth because of the role change. That's gonna be interesting to deal with, because there hasn't been a competitive game where it's been the flop back and forth like ranked rotation in like a year, yeah, if not longer.
Yeah, because it got changed.
It was after invite, so basically a year.
It's been a year, yeah.
Yeah. That's wild. It's weird to see it go back and forth now, especially because we're now having 3 consecutive armory defenses.
Yeah.
Where that doesn't really happen in a border game in a typical match anymore. That is not a commonplace thing.
Well, what's the difference in the team's mentality when you're flip-flopping your side every round versus playing defense for 6 rounds straight and then going on to offense?
Well, basically, it allows you to garner momentum, and it also stops the, like I said, the consecutive playing on the same objective for like 4 rounds in a row if they both lose. It also forces you to rotate earlier on into newer setups. So, you know, if you are having a good run on defense, it'll force you to a new objective every time you win that round on that certain objective. So to be able to force teams off and have to be a little more creative in the early game allows for closer gameplay. It really allows you to stack momentum. If you're picking up round after round after round on one side, you don't have to then change your entire focus to like an attacking and then a defense. You can keep your same mindset. Ooh, good night.
Oh, Skok.
Skok again, man.
Oh, enemy is going to find him with the Pokeball. He's going to find 2. It's both going to be the Han players down. Going to hit him with that impact grenade, by the way. It's not a Pokeball, I promise. It just is shaped like one. So he's going to be able to find both the entry fraggers, or that's usually what they're typically at. That's our 3-speed operators, which is going to be IQ and Ash. Again, Ash, more of that ranked player. Elysian Mind going to bounce off the shield of Rainbow. Not going to do too much unless he steps on it. They are invisible traps that go into your ankle and are very annoying. They can slow you down, and for shields, it's a detriment because they actually have to put their shield down to take it out of their ankle, which can obviously get them killed, which is not what you want, especially with your shield, which is where most of your pressure is going to be off of when you are trying to push sight. As you guys can see, he can just walk inside of sight, not really have a care in the world about what's going to happen to him unless there's a nitro cell, which they don't currently have one with those operator lineup.
The problem is that Reem is trying to push in solo. Thankfully, Cortador is able to take down a kill. So the shield of Reem is able to push in a little safer now as Jabba's rejoined. So we're getting more of a correlation here. I was ready to see Reem just walk in and try and ADS everyone. Just QEC spam it, and that means leaning and crouching spamming, and just try and take everyone down as the shield. But it seems like they're trying to play together, play more as a team. This drone is having a lot of issues,
You can do it, I believe in you.
He'll get there eventually.
Oh, enemy, no. Oh, enemy,
That's
no.
4 on the round for him. He's going for 5, but Reem shuts him down.
It's a 1v1, a shield versus a Doc.
I don't know what the plant timer is. He might get that.
Is it 5 seconds?
It looks like 7. There's no way that's 5.
That's 7 seconds, 100%. But we are going to have Mominus on Doc. And this is the terrible thing about Monty in a 1v1, okay? He has Diffuser down, and now Rainbow can literally just stand in a corner and
get yeeted.
Gets yeeted. Rainbow's actually going to re-shield, doesn't want to try and take the fight. Doc has a lot of health, and he takes a lot of bullets in order to get killed. He's actually trying to fight around Monty's shield right now.
Oh, there was a Claymore at the window.
Oh, my goodness.
Can Reem bait him in?
Oh, my
he almost walked on it.
The bait right now is insane. That diffuser's just ticking away, and he's finally found his corner. That's usually where Monty can stay alive the most. He's fighting him off. It's like a bull against a red drape right now. He just cannot find anything, and it's just all down.
It was over a couple seconds ago. There was no time.
That's amazing. Well, let's go check in with our off-stream match for just a moment. Right now, Pengu is up 3-1 here. I don't think it's been going in his favor.
They're currently on defense, but it is swapping back and forth. I was going to say.
Yeah.
I like the Dokkaebi pick. I think, okay, look, so the thing about Consulate as a whole, which is the map that they're currently on, is the map is extremely linear, but it also takes a lot of coordination on offense to push it correctly, just due to the fact that there's a lot of clearing of operators that could be roaming away. Kind of, if you guys are like, I know a lot of people on Twitch are fans of League of Legends, that's more or less your jungler that just sits off of site and tries to pick up people that are more, you know, on the outskirts of the site or tries to get a flank off. So that's the one thing about Consulate, is 3 levels, and that can be a huge detriment.
And folks, if you want to watch these games again, these guys are all streaming right now. You can go and find Pengu and KS's match on their streams with all of the rest of their team. But right now, we're going to go jump back into enemyR6 versus JabbaBC.
Back to Army Lockers. 4 straight rounds. No one's been able to crack it. That's a tough one, man.
Difficult cookie sometimes. I mean, Enemy gave it his best shot. I mean, he found 4. I mean, he really
Enemy has been having some fun. Obviously, pro player.
Yeah.
So he's going to be doing well in a tournament like this, where not everyone is necessarily up there with him as far as like hours played and devotion to, you know, understanding the complete competitive mechanics. But I mean, I don't know. It's usually that instance where, you know, you're playing at a lower rank than you should be, and people just do the wildest things that you can't expect, and it completely catches you up. Okay, a nice spawn peek. I'll take that any day of the week.
That's just rude.
That's the Thatcher, too. That helps with the Cades or the Kaids being on the wall.
The Kaids?
The Kaids.
The Kaids.
You still have Juice. I don't know what to call him, Goose or Juice. It stands for Giuseppe.
Juice. I go with Juice.
Glue?
That's getting risky. So. Stands for Giuseppe is all I know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just gonna call him Giuseppe. There we go. We're picking up. We got to learn how to say their names too as we go along.
It's rough because again, like there's a lot of like French broadcasters and everything else in here that Flynn and I had never seen because both of obviously we're both North American. So it's really cool getting to see how they play the game as well. And actually, another thing I wanted to touch on that you brought up earlier, this Rainbow Six Siege is notorious for golds being the best in the absolute game in ranks. Like Flynn and I are both right around diamond level. I've been diamond multiple seasons. He's been diamond multiple seasons, and it's just an ongoing meme inside of this game that golds are the best in the game because they have the aim, but they don't have the brain. So they will do the weirdest things on the planet, and you're just like, what is happening? Like they're just crouching in the middle of a hallway, completely off of sight, and there's 20 seconds left to go. Stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. But sometimes aggravating when your elo is on the line. But you know, at the end of the day, it's very, very cool to see how different people pick up the game.
Well, there's no elo on the line in this one. It is all custom games, but there is money on the line. There is a good chunk of money and some bragging rights. The UD will go out as enemy tries to pixel peek around this deployable shield, and you can't land the shot on to keep my aim. The Doc holding steady, and this, like I said, without this Thatcher, that armory wall is standing tall, and they're all going to rotate now. And this is interesting to see from like a pickup team like this, that they can coordinate a full rotate, but Alvina's going to cut them off. Enemy will go down, and it's down to a 3v5, less than a minute remaining.
The line off the board's a big thing. He's actually going to end up finding another one here in the 90 hallway. Skok's going to go down. Again, Skok, I feel like every time I talk, you die, buddy. I'm sorry. I apologize. Like, it's just something with me. Flynn's just going to have to keep it while you're alive. I don't really know.
The caster is just doubly strong when it's about a caster.
Yeah, I know. We're just with the two casters sitting on the couch, and then we have one playing. It's just, there's just nothing going your way right now. And I'm just gonna call him Glue. Glue's gonna go down.
Glue
for the rest of the day. Claymore's gonna end up finding him though. That's gonna be Glue's Claymore. Yeah, we're gonna have a shotgun
calling him Glue.
I'm gonna call him come out. I'm gonna call him Glue for the rest of the day, dude. It's gonna be
Giuseppe. Call him Glue.
Dude, I'm calling him Glue. I'm gonna get a DM from him later. He's gonna be like, "Are you serious right now? You're calling me Glue?"
Is he the glue that keeps the team together, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. That makes more sense.
Oh, man.
That makes more sense than just calling him Glue.
Man.
Well, we finally got an armory defensive win, and there was a lockout at that. We're finally, it seems like everyone's starting to like feel better with each other, starting to work things out a little bit, and now we're trending towards the side that I think most people would have assumed would figure things out a little quicker.
Yeah, I had to stop myself from clapping. You know, rest in peace, headphone users. I didn't want to do that to those poor people at home.
Were you about to clap?
It was real close. I was like, yes, armory win. And I was like, oh wait, let me not destroy everyone's eardrums.
Easy clap in chat.
Yeah. If you guys could do that for me, I'd appreciate that. Easy clap in chat.
Pogs, please.
All the pogs, the Kappa Prides.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best emote in the game. I'm just letting you know, 100%.
Easy clap, Kappa Pride.
There it is.
See Jabba. So like, enemy's team has been bringing the line a lot, but that's kind of like the only like meta abuse character that's been brought out. Jabba does not care. Their team right now, Monty, Glaz, Nomad, they're diving a little deeper into the operator pool of painful operators to deal with. I'm trying to say this as nicely as possible.
Yeah, and okay, so in a ranked aspect, like which is obviously what most of us play, what Flynn and I play, what everybody in chat mostly plays, and newer people to it will more than likely play. There's a operator set that is quote unquote the toxic operator set, which is people like Glaz and Lion and a bunch of others. Basically, it's just like operators that are very, very, very good at their job. And when you pick those, it's just, you know,
annoyingly
good. Yeah, where you're getting, like, for instance, Dokkaebi and Jackal. Dokkaebi rings your phone to where your phone vibrates in your pocket and it's extremely loud. You can hear it through walls, everything else. And then Jackal tracks your footsteps where it pings you every 5 seconds? Every 5 seconds for 5 times. So your phone's vibrating in your pocket, you're getting tracked, and then imagine Lion clicks that EE1D, and now you can't move.
At the same time.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I just got shot through the wall by a glass that can see yellow people. Like, it's terrible. We like to call Glass a banana hunter because his scope actually makes everybody yellow that he sees because he can see through smokes, which is that special scope that was on your paper earlier.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, the operator little cheat sheet list. I liked it. It was a good way to like simply explain everything.
Just make sure we understand what's going on.
Yep. Well, Enemy was getting tracked downstairs by a multitude of drones, but he was able to keep himself alive and drop the Ash, the entry fragger, taken down. The smoke shroud, cover up Avina. He tries to push through the smoke, and this is a better version of the armory wall take, but again, no Thatcher, and you've got the Kaids on the wall to really slow things down. This is where Kaid will come into massive play later on after Invitational.
Yeah, so the hard thing right now is that the denial that we have with Bandit. Bandit's batteries are set on the ground, so you know exactly where it is at all time, like that play that we saw earlier with another operator called Maverick where he can torch the wall. With Kaid, it's placeable, so you can throw it anywhere on the wall, and if it's within a certain radius, it electrifies that area. So you can literally just throw it at the top, throw it at the bottom, throw it in the middle, and it's very, very hard to find that unless you have, per se, like IQ, who can detect electronics through walls. That can help out a lot, but they do not have that on offense. Rainbow, though, doing a great job on this Monty. They've been doing a great job on this Monty throughout.
Being a bullet sponge,
yeah,
really.
Exactly.
Just walked into a hailstorm of crossfires and came away scot-free. Oh,
Skok! There we go, buddy.
There's my boy.
I almost clapped again.
There's my boy. Don't clap. Oh, he gets traded right back out by Jabba.
It was your turn. You did it to him.
Yep.
Said his name 4 times.
That's like Parker's curse, where he can't cast an ace no matter what happens. Jabba with another victim at his hand. So it leaves the Legion alone right now. Mikolo, he shreds through Reem. He's got one left. Jabba metal. He's made it into small office, and Jabba will save the round and give his team another victory. They're starting to pull away right now, and Enemy's best efforts currently aren't buoying Enemy's team right now. The rest of them are kind of falling off, and it's Enemy to hold true. And Jabba right now, their team is it's clicking on all cylinders.
On a patch question, because I don't even know if you know this yet.
Okay.
Did Legion's nerf come out yet for his SMG? I don't think it has.
I didn't even hear about a T5 nerf.
This was quite a while ago.
Oh, it was a while ago?
Yeah, I think it was like a couple months ago.
I think it was tested on the TTS, but I don't think it ever went live.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I was just making sure, because it was like, that thing is, that SMG is rips, man. It's insane.
Yeah. Actually, it might have gone live. I just don't think I ever noticed the difference.
It's just good no matter what.
Yeah,
Really.
it was like
recoil.
when they took off like the 2 damage on the R4C. It's like, okay, in certain circumstances this will have an effect.
Yeah,
but
when you're fighting like Doc.
Yeah.
Like, where it really
for the
matters.
most part, though, it will not affect your day-to-day life. There's a lot of small tweaks like that. And the same thing here, Enemy, again, their team is flirting with some of these toxic operators, the more painful operators to counteract, but dude, Jabba they're fully committing into the meta abuse, and it's working for them. I mean, they're up 4-1 right now against Enemy's team.
I mean, hey, there's money on the line. You know,
there's money on the line, and the rules say.
Yep. That's the beauty of Twitch Rivals. It's like we can either go into this and do it jokingly, just get the biggest rile out of Twitch chat for the funny things that we do, or we can take this super seriously, take all of those operators and just try and win us some cash on the side, which is really good. And by the way, guys, again, if you guys are just joining us, you guys can go to any of these guys' Twitch channels. You guys can see all of their perspectives live from there. We're supposed to be the catalyst, so you guys can go see that. So definitely head over there if you guys are finding anything interesting.
You could also hear their comms, which was interesting. We were peeking in on the KS and Pengu game, and you could hear it was from KS's perspective, and they're all speaking in German. And that's kind of like one of these things with the EU teams is like, that's always been a thing about EU, is that sometimes it's been difficult to make roster changes or form a team, even as friends, to play in ranked, because y'all got to speak the same language or speak a language that is universal. But okay, I'm going to stop my language conversation because this looks like it's going to be a full send on the Archives balcony into the door.
I can tell you,
oh, here we go.
Right. Oh, yes.
Ready.
Yes. EE1D is going off. The dedication to Ash almost shoots Twitch in the head, but no, he's going to find a different one that's going to keep my aim down, as they are going to completely run over Archives. Nobody below to try and stop this plant with a Nitro Cell, but the Valkyrie will find one. Nitro Cell comes out, but it doesn't make enough connection to get that kill. And that's going to be Diffuser down. I have no idea, Flynn. If you guys, Flynn has turned his head a million times because that Nitro Cell. I don't know what happened right there, but this is looking very, very daunting for the defense. Another EE1D out. Freeze tag online. Nobody can move. Otherwise, they'll more than likely die. Jabba doing a great job of being extremely annoying with those yokai drones. but they're between a rock and a hard place right now. It's either rotate around through Fountain, try and find a kill, but everyone's on prone angles, and oh my goodness, that kill actually almost comes through, but Glue gonna find another one, but he's immediately gonna go down, and we actually are gonna have a kill come out from Thatcher, and this is just looking absolutely daunting for this smoke right now.
He's on it, he's hitting it, but...
Skok.
Skok, my savior.
I didn't say his name and he did stuff, so I'm happy.
There we go, yeah, if we don't talk about Skok, then he wins.
But if we don't talk about him during the game, we can talk about him all after the game.
There you go,
from Harry Potter?
Like, oh, yeah, so great. Yeah, exactly. The he who shall not be named. No, we don't say his name. That's the whole
I'm
point.
sorry, my bad. Jeez.
What do you want me to do?
It's the guy with no nose, that's all I know.
we can describe him all we want. He's the guy who goes, "Tah," all the time. Just makes sounds. You know?
Oh my goodness.
Has a big old snake.
Yeah.
Back to Armory Lockers. Have we seen... Has there been a defense of any other side? I think it's just been Armory Lockers the whole game.
Shh. They won't notice. They won't notice.
I don't think there's a rule set parameter as to if you have to change
Is there a
sites or
rotation
not.
parameter?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
I have, because we have had a defensive win on Armory Lockers, and
man.
no one got forced to a different objective. So I'm pretty sure there's no rotate parameter.
Yeah, hey, while we have no rotation parameter, can we go play house?
Oh, please.
Please.
House, plane,
Twitch? Guys?
Twitch.
Hi, this is Stokes. Can we go play house?
I mean, Clubhouse is on the list.
Wrong house.
Oh.
Wrong house.
Yeah.
Well, let's go check in with Pengu while they prepare. They're currently on match point.
Oh, wow.
They're trying to get the win.
You're excited.
That's not even nice, Pengu. They have families, man. Come on.
They're just rolling through KS's team.
Yeah, like KS has family watching at home. His girlfriend could be watching. You really don't know what's happening. You're gonna 7-1 him. That's just not even nice.
And here's the thing: if you want to see the exciting conclusion of this, go check out Pengu's stream. Go check out any of those guys that are in that game. Right now, we're gonna go back to enemy versus Jabba.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Actually,
good.
Pengu and Zeranik, I think, in the community probably have the most Rainbow6 related tattoos.
Yeah, really. They have a lot of them. You know, I've been thinking about doing that myself. Getting like a sleeve for like all the events I've worked. I feel like that would be a good time.
Yeah.
Would you want to do that?
Yeah.
You want to do it together? Do we get
down.
matching list of casting events we've done at Invite in Montreal?
I'm down. Just let me quit my day job first.
You need that to pay for it. Get a whole sleeve
probably.
done. Yeah. But yeah, no, I love Alex's tattoos and Pengu's, honestly, both of them. Their sleeves and their dedication to this game, and that's kind of what this is all about, is the love of the game, the love of the streamers, the love of the event. To see all of that, like, hard work immortalized on their skin in art is really cool to see. It's also just really fun hanging out with both of them.
Yeah, Alex is an absolute treat, or Zeranik, excuse me. Zeranik is an absolute treat. So that's
hilarious.
Amazing. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Pengu yet, but I will meet him at Invite,
Yep.
which would be very,
We will
very
see
cool.
him in 2 weeks.
To shake that man's hand.
Not even 2 weeks, a week.
It's crazy how close that is. Are gonna have Thermite now, run by Jabba, getting open the armory wall, and it looks like they are gonna be roughly doing the exact same take as they did last time with the shield. And honestly, they've had really good luck with this Monty so far. They've been playing the Monty. Oh my goodness.
Goodbye.
Oh, good night. Good night. We are actually going to have another kill come out from the Nomad on the other end of things as well. So they kind of have a two-prong attack going on right now.
Oh, they botched the plant attempt, though, but Cortador's going to take down another one. There goes Skok. We tried not to mention him, but he still went down. Ooh, hip fire, one-tap headshot from Mareem, and it leaves Giuseppe alone in a 1v5, and he gets yeeted into the Claymore. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All the Nomad play. It's on the door, too, so it doesn't do anything. The Claymore would have got him anyway, but hey. Best use of the utility there, and they storm the gates, and they burst right through and get another win. It's looking daunting right now for enemy's team.
Hey, I mean, we have had some really nice clips by them, though. Like,
yes.
enemy has been doing crazy stuff. Skok has already had a couple highlight plays as well. The whole team has been really interesting so far.
Yeah.
Especially just Jabba's team as a whole as well. I mean, Keep My Aim, especially some of those Ash plays that he had, were really, really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, you look at the rosters and you think, you know, maybe you have an idea of which team might take it, but this is like, this has no grounding in like a competitive standpoint. There is a lot of random aspects to it that can really shape the gameplay. And I think the operator pool it's very fun to see the ops.
We can go check in. Pengu did win that final round. Take a look at Rebel's winning moment.
Hello? What is he doing?
Good job, good job.
Well done.
Why didn't Pengu pull the trigger?
Just stared at him.
He's just looking at him.
That's trigger discipline right there, folks.
Yes.
Let me tell you,
That is how you become the best in the world.
You just don't,
shoot.
Yeah, just don't shoot. Just watch him. You're like, if he turns around, then I shoot him.
It's like the moms and dads in Little League baseball. Where it'd be like, every time the kid doesn't swing and it's a ball, it's like, oh, good eye, good job.
Yep.
You didn't swing, you knew not to swing at that one. It's like the kid was just scared.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pengu didn't want the retaliation of that doc.
Right.
Yeah. It's a surefire thing, especially if
after
this doc can just eat bullets, man.
After 92 Dream Team, I think everyone should be scared of the doc.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that match was insane.
I think that's been a commonplace operator throughout every single round so far, maybe barring one, but we've seen a lot of doc played already in this game that we've been focused on, and there was a doc being played a couple times. Every time we checked in with the Pengu KS game, there was a lot of doc being played, so maybe 92 Dream Team has shaped the new meta.
Oh man, don't say that.
Imagine. Imagine.
I like how Thatcher is. There we go. We got the EMP grenade down.
It's that little mix-up.
Yeah,
maybe his keybinds are a little off.
Softball at first. He was like, "Oh, breaching charges." And he's like, "Oh, wait a minute. No, we need Skok for this one." So EE1D going to come out as they do get the armory lockers wall open. Are going to have someone dedicated to half wall there. That will be the Echo, I do believe. He does have one of his yokai drones placed behind him, so he does have a little bit of vision. That is the one thing about this game that is one of the most important things about defense. You want to have those ACOG operators. Angle holding in this game is a huge thing. You don't really want to wide swing too often because it can really punish you. As right when I say it, keep my aim, we'll find someone with Doc and that MP5, and which has an ACOG.
You see Giuseppe flank holding. You saw on the kill cam last time around, it was the flank through break room that really looked like it could have been the beginning of a neat comeback, but none such will be happening. The second ED will hold out and keep Jabba in place behind the half wall. I think enemy's locked in on this. I think he's aware of his location, spraying wildly through the floor, and he's still on 10 HP. Jabba could make it out of this alive as enemies just removing every single floorboard underneath him except the one he's standing on. He has launched a full magazine into the metal bars. Welcome to Rainbow Six Siege, ladies and gentlemen. It is metal bars. Ivina, though, will take down Mikolo in the process. So Giuseppe and enemy are going to have to battle out of this. They're going to be on match point.
Come on, Bullet. Don't you just want to go to your home? Come on. Glue. I thought he was going to be the glue that held this. I thought he was going to be the glue that held this entire push together, man. It's just not really happening. Enemy can just not find anyone's head to click. It's just not happening. But Rainbow will find him, and that is going to put Giuseppe. Oh, I'll call him Giuseppe now.
There you go. No more glue.
The meme well of glue has ran dry. And it is going to just be him playing horseshoe inside of CCTV. And a 1v5. He's just waiting for someone to be unlucky enough to peek him against that F2. That F2 absolutely rips with the amount of damage it does and the rate of fire. That is a dangerous mixture. Let's see if he can find another one. They do have the shield placement here in order to play with cogs. As you can see, Jabba is going to play that out very well. And actually, oh, I thought he actually got that kill with the bearing there for a second, but no, he is going to find that with the MP5 SD. That is the danger of those ACOG angles.
So, 6-2, match point. Jabba's team in control right now. It's going to take a monumental task for enemy's team to be able to pull this back, but seen a lot of, hey, we finally have a new defensive location to go to. We're heading to vent work, as opposed to the 8 straight rounds of armory lockers we've seen. That's also something that never really happens at like the high tier, is you just have the same site, unless the team is just getting dumpstered.
Yeah.
In this, though, you swap back and forth, and you just got nonstop armory lockers.
Hey, which honestly, one of the best sites to defend in the whole game.
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire game.
Oh,
Armory
yeah.
Lockers is a very nice site to defend. And actually, another thing I wanted to point out is, guys, enemy is actually a pro player. So if you guys are, here interested in Rainbow Six Siege, if you guys are going to pick it up, get in the community and stuff like that, the people he's playing against, not all of them are pro players. A lot of them are just community streamers, stuff like that enjoy Rainbow Six Siege, and they're just playing in the tournament and having a good time. And as you guys can see, not even enemy could find that kill through the floorboards, even find that kill on the main level right there. So this game, there's a little bit of luck to it, as well as a little bit of skill, which makes this game just extremely fun. And there's just a million different things that can happen and to shape every single round. And that is definitely what is the most addicting aspect of this game. So if you guys are looking into it, just there's a skill point for everybody, which is fantastic.
Yeah, there are a lot of unpredictable moments in Siege where you think something should transpire the way that it usually does.
You're wrong.
And I wouldn't even say 9 out of 10 times. It's more like 9.5. Something completely opposite happens. There's plenty of wrenches to get thrown into the game plans multiple times. And Jabba's team is trying to throw a wrench into enemies' last saving grace round as they brought out the Finka with the shield now. So we're really tapping that well over and over again of these fun to deal with operators.
I like the Finka pick, Finka LMG.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's what we're looking for right there. So,
oh yeah.
As you guys can see on the left-hand side of your screen there, Finka has a utility called Adrenal Surge. And what that does is gives you a little bit of boost of health, as well as it can pick up anybody in down but not out stages who are on the ground, but they can't shoot with the cross on their screen. And finally, it actually makes it to where you can move through barbed wire faster, as well as takes away recoil from your weapon. So your gun basically has no recoil. So LMGs are very prominent when she's on the board.
Yeah, she's got 3 of them. They last 10 seconds each. They basically turn you into a super soldier. As you can see here, you can see Cortador trying to control the recoil out of habit immediately and had to readjust. Enemy, though, going to cut down Keep My Aim. And there goes that Ash. You know, Keep My Aim's been on the Ash a lot this game and hasn't really done a whole lot with it, unfortunately.
He had a couple of really good kills early on, but Enemy is just now taking the reins and trying to run with it. Is he going to get found upstairs? Yes, he will. Jabba going to meet him at the top of Metal with that Thermite. I love this Thermite skin as well. And actually, Rainbow6 does have some really cool, I almost said perspectives there for a second. What's the word I'm looking for here for skins? But just overall, I'll just overall call it skins. But cosmetics. There we go.
There we go.
I was looking for cosmetics. We have some very cool cosmetics
the fashion
in the game.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
Big words aren't your forte, are they?
Not today, apparently. not today. But we do have some very cool cosmetics, and we have a set called Elite Skins that actually give you some different things. So as you guys see, Jabba's going to pick up another kill, and he's actually playing Thermite's Elite Skin. He's actually going to find another one as well. Finally going to get cleaned up. That will be a GG. But those Elite Skins are very cool because they actually give you winning animations. So for instance, Thermite sets his hands on fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's